We are back for more Modern, and today we are trying the newly unbanned Green Sun Zenith. This is a card that's been on the ban list for as long as Modern has been a thing. But basically, you get to pay green X and then tutor your library for a green creature that costs X. So for 3 mana, you can get a 2-drop. And on turn 1, you can actually tutor up Dryad Arbor. So it sort of functions as a Llanowar Elf. It's like a Llanowar Elf charm. It's like a Llanowar Elf fireball, where you can just play it on turn 1 and you get a 1/1 that taps for a green. But also it can just get combo pieces. So obviously that is extremely powerful. Giving it a shot here. This deck won a challenge recently. I'm playing 61 cards lazily because I don't want to mess things up and I don't know what to cut. But I did want to try overalls because it's a Green Sun Zenith tutorable sack outlet. But this is a Samwise combo deck, and it also has a Malia combo. This deck's really interesting. It's sort of just all the combos. But for those that are unaware, Samwise says when a creature comes into play, you get a food token. And if you have Cauldron Familiar, when Cauldron Familiar comes into play, you get to deal damage, and you make a food token. So if you have any way to sacrifice it, you can just keep sacrificing the food token and the Cauldron Familiar, and then you drain your opponent out and go infinite. The other combo is with Wildgrowth Walker and Amalia, obviously. Anyone that's played Pioneer, most people are familiar with this because it was also relatively recently banned in Pioneer. But you can just make this thing 20 power, mill a bunch of cards with Wildgrowth Walker because they go infinite together if you can trigger one of them. Or trigger the Wildgrowth Walker, I suppose. So yeah, you have that combo as well. I wonder if you just want 4 Amalias and maybe like 2 Wildgrowth Walkers because you have so many effective copies because of Green Sun Zenith. But I'm just going to go with the list they got first. Trust this person's opinion. We also have Birthing Ritual as a sort of creature utility card. You just sacrifice a creature, look at a bunch of cards on the top of your library, and if you hit one that costs 1 more, you can put it into play. So you can sack Cauldron Familiar to find Samwise. You can sack, I don't know, whatever random 2-drop you don't need to get like a Grist, or in this case we added Overalls, so maybe you can tutor that to set up some combos. Have Gilded Goose. It makes a food for the Samwise Cauldron Familiar stuff. Also is a life gain source to set up your Wildgrowth Walker combo, and it's just a mana creature. There's a 2-drop Cure. I assume this is for when you go off with Amalia. Sometimes you go off and then it won't be able to attack because you just played it. So you can put this on the top of your deck. If they sweep you, you can play it and get back the combo and do it all again. Obviously a Grist, all these Green Sun Zenith decks are probably going to play a Grist. I wouldn't even, don't be too surprised to even see people just like splash black for Grist in some decks. It's a super powerful card, and being able to tutor a Planeswalker with your Green Sun Zenith is no joke. But yeah, that's about it for the main deck. Some obvious inclusions: Mana Guys, Sack Outlets, a Haywire Might. Sideboard, we've got Gemstone Caverns when you're on the draw. Some removal, Veil of Summer for blue and black decks. Drannith Magistrate, I assume, what is this for? Storm? This stops like Wish. Pass in Flames. Okay. There's probably plenty of matchups where that comes up. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, in the past, we're relearning Modern, so we got to figure some things out. But yeah, a Collect Roof, really good against artifact decks. Night of Autumn. I guess you could put this in if you play against Burn, but extra artifact card, and then some Forces, Endurance, and a Skyclave Apparition. Just to be able to tutor with your Birthing Ritual or your Court of Calling. Notably, Green Sun Zenith only gets green creatures, so that's worth remembering. But that is the deck, and I will see you in the games. I'm going to keep doing the 2-man thing. I much prefer it. I've said it a million times. Feel free to give feedback on it. I'm recording a bunch of videos at once. That's another appeal for me. Like, I can record a lot of videos and just play like a match or 2 with each deck, and then just sort of get them out there. But I've been thinking about maybe going back to Twitch and doing some live streams. Maybe we'll do leagues there because I'm sure that's what people want to watch. But for YouTube, this is working for me. So this is what we got going. And enjoy the games. All right, let's go first. So I think this is a keep. What are we missing? We need... We just need a way to gain life. Or, I guess we don't have, what's the 1-drop? The 1-drop that explores. Okay, Charlin Swift Spear. Could be Burn, could be like Mono Red Phoenix, could just be regular prowess. assume this is maybe a good matchup for me. Do I block this? I'm just trading my halfling for like a mutagenic growth or a gut shot. What's my play if I don't? A Green Sun Zenith for... I guess I'm just gonna block. Sure. So we take a point and we trade this for a gut shot. But we gain the 2 from the block. So what would I even do for 3? Just get like a grist? I think I just want to set up combo. I could get Goose. Oh, I can get Cauldron Familiar. That's my way to gain life. Okay. I think I'm just going to cast this. And then what can I do? I can't, like... Maybe my block was just stupid. If I understood the, like, sort of breakpoints for this deck, maybe just having the extra mana means I can kill because of Green Sun Zenith and Court of Calling. Because... what do I need? So if I get... So if I Green Sun Zenith for Wild Growth Walker, I have the halfling, it's +1. So 2, 3. So I still can't cord. Main deck Surgical? Oh god. Okay, well, this is one of the nice things about the deck is we do have the Samwise combo. And we haven't used the Green Sun Zenith yet, so as long as we don't draw our Wild Growth Walkers, we're maybe fine. And I guess I'll just... It's interesting. Do I get a Samwise? Bowmaster. So that sets up our chord pretty well. I have 1 forest. So what am I doing with this Bowmaster? I have like ping block. Green Sun Zenith for Samwise and just get the food. Probably dies though. If I wait, it's gonna be 3. So I can have, I only have 2 green. It would be nice to maybe have a better 3-drop to get for like an aggressive matchup, but maybe this is just a good matchup anyway. I might have just punted. I think just taking the damage was way better. I shouldn't have blocked. That was just really stupid. I don't know. Maybe my brain just broke because I'm not used to playing against 0-mana cards. I don't know how many 0-mana spells this deck plays also. Like, maybe it's 4 Gutshot, 4 Mutagenic Growth, 2 Surgicals. I kind of figured it would be a lower number, and then that the attack was just free for my opponent, so maybe I'm supposed to block just to not take 1, but... It's obviously very complicated. So my opponent drew a land because they didn't miss their land drop, which means their hand is unknown 3 spells. They did nothing. Huh. So, what's our other basic? We only have 2 basics, right? No planes, so we're going to have to shock. Oh, I can actually get Dryad Arbor. And then we'll main phase the Bowmaster so we have corded instant speed. And then we can get Cauldron Familiar. I guess I should get Cauldron Familiar now, potentially. What else can I get? I can get a 2 or 3. I can get a 2. Can't get Amalia. All my 2s suck. So I could just get Cauldron Familiar right now. Green, 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 green. Okay, so we have no combo, but we do have this Cauldron Familiar that can just kind of block We have a bunch of ways to gain life. We have a big board. If they don't answer the Samwise and we find a sack outlet, what does this do actually? This is instant speed as well. Okay, so I can get back Amalia. Sacrifice 3 foods, return target historic card. So it's Artifact, Legendary, Saga. So the block with the Cauldron Familiar should be free, but I guess if they kill the Samwise, then... I don't have to get back the Cauldron Familiar yet. Oh, that's sad. Okay. Do I do this now? In case they have like double gut shot. Yeah, this is a nice little moat. Okay, I believe they played their land, so... So Amalia does what? Can't gain life. I have Besage You. They have Manamorphose, Lightning Bolt. I have the food. No, I messed up. If I just had the Cauldron Familiar in the graveyard, it would be way better, right? Because in the graveyard, I get the life gain trigger from the Amalia. Okay, my bad. Okay. I don't think I can do much. I can just sack the food now, I suppose. I'm at 12. I'll just attack with a Ring, but Cauldron Familiar. I'll pass. We're at 5. So, you know what? I shouldn't have attacked with the Dryad Arbor, because I have to fetch... Shock, right? Doesn't really... Yeah. I don't know how likely it is that I die. Like, maybe they have Monstrous Rage. And it could have mattered. Like, putting them to 6, I think, is about the same. But yeah, if they have Monstrous Rage, I have Besage You, so I guess it probably doesn't matter. If they have 2 Monstrous Rages and a bunch of Pump. But I think, on average, Besage is going to do more for me than... the food will, because of Trample. Alright, nice. Okay, against Mono Red Prowess. So I want Fatal Push. I probably want Skyclave. I'm on the draw, so we can put in Caverns. Endurance is big, but probably just bad. I guess they might have Arclight Phoenix in their deck. I have main deck Surgical. Okay, I definitely don't want the second Haywire Might. So this is 3 cards. Can I take out a land? What is this? This is like a Chrome Mox, right? Or a Mox. Whatever the Mox where you pitch lands. Oh, it's any card. Okay, exile a card in your hand. It's not like Mox Diamond. It's not like, I guess, what Chrome Mox is spells. Whatever. It's a Gemstone Cavern. Bowmaster doesn't seem to do much. I guess I have Manamorphose. It is extra blockers. Cure, probably not that relevant. Ferol's is pretty slow and kind of a shitty card. Grist, probably appealing enough. Could take out, like, Birthing Ritual. Maybe I take out a Shockland. Endurance and Haywire Might are kind of mid. I'm gonna just take out the Haywire Might, leaving all my other stuff. Oh, it's 61, isn't it? Haha, whoops. Alright, run that. I assume that the Amalia deck is good against the red deck most of the time. Alright. So, I guess this is a keep. to figure out what land I want to get. I could just get like forest, swamp. I'm probably supposed to get Temple Garden though. I could get Forest Godless Shrine. No, that doesn't work. It has to be a multicolored green land. And I don't have plains in my deck, so it's got to be swamp or forest. So Temple Garden. Oh, never mind. That simplifies everything. I still don't have a plains in my deck though. Okay, so currently this cannot gain life. So they are Arclight Phoenix. Endurance is good. Is this a turn 2 Phoenix? Probably. They have Lava Dart. Okay, so they double gut shot my thing. They don't have the Lava Dart. And they get a 3-2. Now, do I want to leave up Bowmaster? 2 Lava Darts. I guess I'm going to double spell. Can't get plains. Let's just get forest, I guess. No, I want swamp, I think. Okay, so what do we need? We need... I guess Viserys here doesn't really do anything for Amalia combo. It's only good for Samwise combo. So these currently aren't really doing that much. Maybe there's too many of these. That could be one of the cards I cut since I added the Virals. Flashback looting. Alright, well. I would have... If I left up Bowmaster, I'd just get one of their lands because they Lava Dart it. And maybe they just let me get 2 stats. Opponent is doing stuff, but it's not particularly impressive. Goose. Okay. Kind of feel like I'm just dead. Maybe I wasn't supposed to shock, but... So what do I want to have happen? I want to keep this food token in play, and then I want to scry into a Wild Growth Walker, but they still do have 2 Lava Darts, so I can't even... I guess if they double dart it... Oh, shit. That's a blowout. Alright, everything's gonna die, right? I can't stop that. Not sure what I want, just like a grist. I missed 3 damage. That's probably good enough. It's double darted, but there's a life gain source and a threat. And if I draw Cauldron Familiar, it'll be decent, I guess. Okay, well, they're shuffling the top of my library. They have another Surgical. They're going to dart my face and then get back Phoenix. Let's go to 6. Alright. So that's why they didn't care about the Phoenix attack. Okay, land. Alright, well, that can be a Surveil land. So we're at 5 because of the dart. So I get to fetch, go to 1. Food gives me another turn. They drew a burn spell, we'll just die, that's fine. Okay, so this is from hand. So if I don't do it in response, I just die because they do second dart. Okay, it doesn't matter. Get this. Chord. Okay, so I have to draw an answer to Phoenix, which is probably just exactly Skyclave Apparition. Okay. They got us. Alright, so I know they're Phoenix now. How many Endurance do I want? Could just have like 2 maybe. They probably don't have Monstrous Rage in their deck, right? So maybe I don't need Might. Just do that. I'm sort of surprised this deck only has 2 Green Sun Zeniths. Maybe they just, like, took a shell and weren't sure what to cut. It seems like a pretty important card. I guess Birthing Ritual must be very good. And in fairness, right, like against the deck I'm playing against, Green Sun Zenith's kind of expensive because all your mana creatures die. Okay. Well, there's a mold of 5. These Viscera Seers really suck. This deck won a challenge. This happens all the time where I'll just like play a deck that won a challenge and be like, huh. This deck kind of feels terrible. Maybe it's a bad matchup though. I guess if you're playing against like Eldrazi, that's nice to mill. Oh, okay. If you're playing against like Eldrazi and just like maybe less interactive decks, I'm gonna stop to make sure my opponent F6s. Because I don't want them to skip their turn on accident. Okay. Alright, so Spear. I mean, we could definitely win on this mold of 5. Milling Cauldron Familiars. A big deal. It didn't attack. Alright, well, opponent doing a little bit of misclicking. That's fine. Could get a Dryad Arbor. I don't think that's what we want to use Green Sun Zenith for, so I'll just Surveil. Do I want to play this? I think I don't. I kind of want to wait until turn 4 and then get Samwise and play Viscera Seer. I don't think that's very likely to work out, but I don't know how else I'm getting into this game. Putting this into play, it just dies to Lava Dart anyway. Oh god. Well, we had a very bad draw. Our opponent had a pretty good draw. Maybe they don't have any gas left. Okay, so there's a Goose. Some extra life. I think I'm going to stand by my line of... Since I milled the Cauldron Familiar, Samwise for 3. And now, with the Goose drawn, actually... means I have a food in play. Should I block? I don't really think it matters. I guess if I think this is the turn they're going to play all their spells, blocking is maybe good. I'm just going to die, aren't I? Okay. So... I guess we should have blocked. Nope. Alright, cool. Well, that wasn't too bad. Light up this stage. Sure, I wasn't preventing that. Maybe they wanted to do this in their main phase, right? Just gut shot me, light up. Oh, shit. Okay. Double dart. Well, we do have a Trixie combo where they can't actually double dart our guy, and then we drew the card we wanted. So that's probably a good thing. Can I kill somehow? So they have dart. I play the... or whatever. I think I just do this. I do have infinite technically, but they have... dart. Maybe this getting Varolz might actually end up mattering. So if this... so if they let this resolve, I win? I think? They need They needed to act before. So now I do this. I guess they could dart 2 times, but as long as I do stuff while it's on the stack, I think they're just dead. Or maybe not. I think this extra food they let happen when this resolved is where they messed up. Okay, so here's a dart. Dart going after Seer. Now they can't dart again, so they need a gut shot. So I'll sack this. And then we'll get this back. So all this happens while the dart is on the stack. And then we just drain them out. Nice. Okay, cool. That was pretty insane luck by me. I surveilled the Cauldron Familiar. I guess we had the Green Sun, but I think the opponent could have stopped us. But yeah, this deck's cool. I think I'm just going to do that one match. Move on to the next deck. Changes I would consider. I mean, I only played the one match, but maybe, like I said, I have 61. I have the Virals. I would consider having more Green Sun Zenith, less Wildgrowth Walker, and maybe more Amalias. Because I think it just sort of makes sense. You have the same effective number. So I'm just going to take the liberty of doing Zenith. So this. And do I actually want to cut Seer? I don't know about 4 birthing rituals. It's just awkward that it gets it at the end of your turn. I guess that doesn't matter. It only matters for Amalia if you want to attack, but it's probably fine. I think I would have to play more. I would consider, depending on how the rituals play out, changing some of the other stuff. I wish there was like a Bartolome that was green so I didn't have to play this shitty card. Maybe you don't need this though. I'm not sure if you need Dewdrop Cure in Modern. Mana Base seemed fun. But yeah, this deck's cool. If you like these green creature combo decks, if you want to try Green Sun Zenith out, I think this is a reasonable place to start. Do I think the Amalia combo is good? The other combo seems better to me. Because they're all sort of 3-card combos where you need the life gain here. Whatever. I think I got all the points I wanted to make across. The sideboard could be whatever. I'm sure the sideboard is fine. But yeah, this deck's sweet. I really like Green Sun Zenith. I think it's a pretty fun card. I like deck building a lot. Like, part of why I enjoyed the Giganta ban so much is it just makes deck building so much better for people that actually enjoy it. And Green Sun Zenith kind of the same way, where like you have so many options. You can just do whatever you want. Like if you want to play, and you can do anything. You get any green creature. If you want big expensive ones, you can put more mana in your deck. You could put Craterhoof Behemoth in your Elves deck, whatever you want to do. But like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed. And stay tuned for more Modern stuff. I want to get my money's worth out of this all access count, and I've been having some fun. So, peace.